So condos can be a great investment. I actually just rented out a condo for $500 cash flow a month. So $500 profit a month. I actually only put down $6,000 on this property. So that's 100% cash on cash return. That means in 1 year, I get 100% of my initial investment back. And who can ask for anything better than that? And fun fact, I have a new setup. The studio is gonna be growing. And the reason I have a new setup is because I actually moved out of that condo. So now I'm renting it out and now I'm in a new crib. So there's a lot of good and a lot of bad to condos, and that's with any investment. But I want to talk about in this video some of the things that you have to look out for in condos. But with some of the things that are bad, it's actually, there's a lot of good to it as well. So the number one problem with condos is you have to deal with an HOA, which is a homeowners association. The homeowners association basically takes care of a lot around the property. You're not gonna have to worry about landscaping, the exterior of the property. So when you have roof repairs, the exterior repairs of the building and the landscaping, you do not have to deal with that. Usually the homeowners association takes care of it. At least in my condo, the homeowners association takes care of the complete exterior of the building and the landscaping.
Cool.
But when you have an investment, you want to have control of your investment. So with that, if the homeowners association is not taking care of the premises, then it can be an eyesore. And so if you're trying to rent out, for example, a condo, and someone shows up and there's a rotting retaining wall, you know, the exterior is bad, the roof's bad, it can be kind of a turnoff and it's kind of out of your control. And with the homeowners association, you actually have an HOA fee each month. In my condo, it is $150 a month. So I pay $150 a month to the homeowners association. And the problem about homeowners association when it comes to the payment is they can come to a decision that they're gonna raise your HOA fee. So again, we don't have complete control of our investment. So if they come to me and say, hey, you know, we're raising our HOA fee $50 to $200 a month, well, now that cuts into my cash flow. Now I only have $450 a month cash flow. And with an HOA, there's things called assessments. So with assessments, something might be wrong with the property that needs fixed. If you're trying to sell your condo, that might hold up you selling it because someone's not going to want to come and buy a condo with pending assessments. I really do like condos because they are less maintenance. Even though you have to deal with the HOA, it's something to always keep in mind. But if you want something a little bit less maintenance, you don't have to worry about the exterior. It is really good. But also another thing good about condos is they are cheaper than buying a single family home or a multifamily home. Usually compared in the area, the condos are going to be cheaper. And for good reason. I mean, my condo is connected to other units. They're in like an L shape. They're all single story. They're not stacked. And so, I mean, you're buying a home and you do have neighbors that are basically connected and you're all living in one building. It's basically like an apartment. So whenever you have that and you don't have a single, building or a single home, it's going to drop the value a little bit. But right now, with housing prices going as high as they are, and I think they'll continue to rise over the next year, housing is becoming less affordable for the everyday person. And with that being said, if someone can't afford a house, what's the next thing they're gonna do? They're gonna go to what they can afford, and that may bring a lot of people into condos, younger people that are buying starter homes. They might jump into condos, and the more demand there is, the higher the price will rise. So I bought my condo for $95,000. And if people are moving into the area and can't afford homes, I would hope that that would raise the condo. Because before I'd always think that, condos don't really have any appreciation. That's what I didn't like. And appreciation is how much a home's value will go up over time. It's not guaranteed. I always look at it as bonus, but it's something to always look at because with the way the housing market is, you always have to think with your investments where they might head. So I definitely could see the price rising as demand for housing rises until we can figure out this demand. Because although it seems like everybody and their mom is buying houses, the demand is still there and people are still buying up homes. Another thing about a homeowners association is they have rules that you have to abide by. For example, if they have a no short-term rental rule, you can't host a Airbnb or a VRBO out of that property. And if they don't allow pets, if you have a tenant that wants to rent it or you want to get yourself a nice doggo, well, you're kind of out of luck. Unless you tell your tenant to register it as an emotional support animal. That is one way to get around that one. So smash the like button for that little tip there. But all in all, I like condos. Are condos gonna be my primary investment strategy? I'd say no. Will I buy more condos? Probably. I don't mind getting in condos. I do like them, but also I don't like the aspect of having things outside of your control, the homeowners association changing rules on you or changing the HOA fee. That is one part about the investment that I don't like. I like to be able to see a 30-year picture, because when we underwrite a deal, we should be looking over 30 years, because if things go wrong over that 30 years, more often than not, there is a 99.9% chance that you'll be profitable. But in the short term, things can happen. And with condos, it's a lot harder to picture out that 30-year game plan. And when you're underwriting a deal, when you're first picking it up. So if you want to buy a condo, I'd say, do it. If what I said in this video makes sense and it helped you out, make sure to smash that like button, and just know the risk when you get into condos, because it's a little bit different than single family, multifamily. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said, smash the like button, subscribe. Till next time, Evan Date signing out. Peace.